Hi, I'm Deborah, and welcome to Radiant Health Yoga. Today's quote is from Pema Chodron. We don't set out to save this world. We set out to wonder how other people are doing and to reflect on how our actions affect other people's hearts. And with that in mind, let us begin our practice. So coming onto your mat, and we'll start in a seated position. So if you like to be seated on a blanket to raise yourself up a little bit, come toward the edge of that blanket so that your legs can then fall downward toward the earth. If you prefer to have your legs long or have a blanket rolled up underneath to support your legs so you don't feel like you're holding them, go ahead and make that choice. And then allow your arms to come relaxed down onto your legs, palms either up to the sky or down to the earth. Sense that the earth is physically there supporting you. And you can allow yourself in this moment to let go on your mat. You don't have to hold yourself above the earth, but to sit with the earth. And then close your eyes or gently, with an easy gaze, look down toward your nose so that you can bring yourself into yourself, that inner quiet space for a moment. And notice your breath, a breath that supports and allows us to carry on with our lives, to share in the joy and love of others, to bring us present into every moment. And sense the temperature of the air coming in on your inhale. And as it comes back out, the air is warm. So that cycle of temperature, the cycle of the rise and fall of your body with your breath. Each new breath provides new opportunity. It also opens the body. And as you exhale, you can soften into those open places and you can release all that does not serve you. And on your next inhale, reach the hands down to the earth, rise up to the sky, hands meet at the top and come down to your heart. And take a moment here to reflect back on how our attention can affect others, our attention of self, our attention to others can affect people, and how we can bring love and joy to any situation that we walk into. And through your practice, you can dedicate that love, joy, and positive attention, either as an intention or affirmation for your practice, or creating your practice as a dedication to someone else who may need that joy and love in their life today. And rising back up to the sky, blossom open. Send that last thought out into the universe and may it manifest itself in your life and in the life of others. Releasing from the hip sockets. Draw the upper body over into your first forward fold. Maybe sense that there's energy coming down from the center of your back toward the crown of your head, down over the back of your pelvis. Returning your attention to your breath, finding how your breath moves even in this folded position that you're in. And on your next inhale, rising up and coming up and over to your right. Ease through the back of your neck, the base of your skull, the softness at the front of your chin. The shoulders slide down away from your ears. And coming up and over to the other side, transferring which side of the ribs are opening and lengthening, which side is softening. Your sits bones are still rooted to the earth. Rising back on top of those sits bones, spiral twist towards your left. And keeping your right hand where it is, somewhere on your left leg, your left hand begins to carve around. Palm out, head and eyes following those fingers. And keep your left hand where it is as you add your right hand in, as if you're going to reach this back high diagonal. And then your hands scoop the air away to bring you into a forward fold over your left leg. Maybe lengthen your arms just a little bit. So trying to stay reaching downward through the right side of your hip, two sits bones connected with the earth. And returning to the front of your mat for your forward fold. You're going to open the arms like a big circle to come around behind yourself, and either using fingertips or your fingers, you're pressing down into the earth as if you could lift yourself up. Sits bones are rooted, but your heart is rising. Again, be careful that you don't drop the back of your head. There's space there protecting all those nerves as they pass through. And keep that length rising up to the sky and hands down toward the heart. Reaching forward, up toward the sky, and then release. If your legs were crossed, opposite leg comes to the front. Find that easy length through your body. And then softening in the hip sockets, forward falls. The upper body comes forward, out and down, over the lower half. And finding a place of comfort for yourself. It will be different for everybody. And rising back up. Coming up and over to your left. Easy through your breath. A little push from the earth as you come up and over. A little suspension at the top to soften into your landing to the right. Rising back up, spiral twist to the right, easy gaze. Leaving your left hand where it is, the right hand now carves around to the left. Leaving the right arm where it is, add the left, and then coming up to this back high diagonal, gently moving your hands through the air to come into a forward fold over your right leg. The left hip still melting down. Maybe lengthen your arms a little bit more away from your body. And coming around to the front into your forward fold. Fingers trace an arc on the floor, coming to the back and sides of your mat, rising up. Feel that lift as if you could lift yourself up off the mat. No need to though. You just feel that sense of rising and yet still staying connected with the earth. It's your partner that allows you to move with awareness. And then open wide to an X, spreading energy out through the heels, out through the fingertips, the crown of the head, and your tailbone. And then bring it all in. Give yourself a little hug. No doubt, everyone deserves it, a hug today, and you deserve a hug. And then bringing yourself over onto all fours for cat and cow. Aligning your palms underneath your shoulders, knees, thighs, and hips aligned up into the hip socket. Watch that your feet don't get to turn in, but there's length, so we keep alignment through the ankle down through the toes. And rising up into cat, we're going to take a little pause here. So you can feel the arms and legs acting as a pillar, how the spine curves up toward the sky. And then on cow, a lengthening through. So now we feel the front surface of the body doing the lengthening. Crown it, and be careful that you don't lift your head up at the last moment. There we still have integrity of alignment through the body and a lift up at the heart. Release back into child's pose. One more time, finding a comfortable place for yourself. And then on your next inhale, we're going to shift to downward facing dog. So go ahead and lengthen your arms. Shift forward, tuck those toes under, and press back. So you feel that the sits bones are reaching back and high. The palm, the heel of your hand and the pads of your fingers are pressing forward and down into your mat. So you feel even longer, as if you're lengthening away from your fingertips. And as the sits bones rise, whether your legs are bent or long, you feel the energy connecting down through your feet into the earth. Rise up to the ball of your feet and bend your legs and round the torso as best you can into a cat. And it will certainly feel different than when you were just down on all fours. Softly bend the elbows. Let your head lead the way as you come rising up into cow. And then release the knees down to the earth and soften back into your child's pose. Perhaps bringing your arms down by your thighs. And one more time, lengthen your arms and find your way into downward facing dog. You'll feel your hands pulling you forward, a little push through the pelvis, and then a push through the hands as now your pelvis reaches back and high. Rise up to the ball of your feet, bend through the legs a whole lot, round through the spine as if your nose and knees were going to come toward each other or chest to thighs. And then reverse that into cow. You feel your sits bones reaching to the back wall, the head coming forward, bending through your elbows ever so slightly. And then walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Your chest is draped over your thighs. Press down into the earth as you rise up, coming to the front of your mat, short end of your mat, and draw your hands into your heart. Releasing into chair pose. So your weight shifts towards your heels, sits bones reaching back and lows if there was a stool there for you to take a little breather on. And one more breath. Interlace your hands, open, yawn the palms forward, rising up to the sky, rooting down, coming up and over to your right. And then imagine that there are little flashing lights in the palm of your hands. They're going to lead you around in a circle. The hands coming forward, so you're just looking down at the earth and then over to the left. I'm trying to stay neutral through my pelvis and then a little rise up to the sky. And now add a bend of the legs as you go to the right. Hands lead forward, over to your left, rising up, lengthen through the legs. And one more time, bend through the legs just to the right, and then draw everything back to center into chair pose. Release into a bent forward fold. Circle the arms back behind you along the floor, rising up to the sky. Feel your fingertips guiding you up as you see your feet connecting down to the earth. Then take your focus to the sky and return into chair pose. Softness through and around your toes and around your face. Interlace your fingers, opposite thumb on top. Yawn those hands open, rising up to the sky. We feel that lift to go up and over to the left. The inside of your hands guide you into a forward position along this circle, and then over to your right, back up toward the sky. Bend through your legs. We go one more time all the way around. Really sense the breath across the upper body, rooting and stabilizing through the lower half. Lengthen up through the legs, and then last time, bend to the left and draw everything in toward your midline of your body, back into chair. On your next exhale, forward fold. And if you like to lengthen your legs a little bit or a lot, begin to do so. The crown of your head is floating to the earth. The more you lengthen your legs, the more the sits bones scoop to the sky. Inhale, come your halfway up. Hands gently to your shins or above your knees on your thighs. Length from head to tail. Sits bones down through your heels. Exhale, bending through your legs. Draw your right leg back behind you. Find your length. Head to tail, sits bone to heel. Coming into warrior one. Rotate the leg about 45 degrees. Really root down through the earth. Press down to support your rise up. Your hips might be on that slight diagonal. That's fine. Try not to force anything here. And then once again, hands coming down towards your heart. Interlace your hands. Scoop forward and up. Bend the elbows so that the hands come slightly into your back space. And then palms up to the sky. Reach out toward that front leg. I think you're scooping up a handful of water. And then you let that water fall down over yourself. Bend the elbows. Feel them pointing to their respective walls. Rise back up to the sky. Reach out. Scoop that water up. And up toward the sky. And back toward the back of your head. Release the arms open into cactus arms. Your arms are bent, or goalpost. On an exhale, push from the front foot. Flex at the ankle. Rise straight up toward the sky. Cactus arms as you return back to your warrior one. Release through that back leg. Pivot on the ball of your back foot, and on the exhale, bring your foot in. Release the foot to the earth. Rise up to the sky. Hands into your heart. Returning back up to the sky. Forward fold. Begin from the hip sockets, releasing. Come into a bent forward fold. Peel the right heel off the floor. And stay as bent as you need to be. If you need to have a book underneath your hands or something firm so that you can peel your right heel off, toes off, circle through the ankles. Try and relax through the thigh. It's a tough one to relax through the thigh here. And release back down. Once again, rising up to the sky, hands into your heart. Reverse that pattern, coming back up to the sky. Blossom open as you forward fold back in on yourself. Hands come to your shins as you rise halfway up. Bending through your legs, draw your left leg back behind you. Rotate that back leg about 45 degrees and then rising up into your warrior one. So you have a heel drawn to about heel. Again, your hips may be on a little bit of a diagonal, rising up to the sky. Feel your feet spread into your mat. Clasping the hands down by your heart. A little press forward, rising up. Bend through the elbows. Feel the heart lift. Back up to the sky, forward and out, scooping the water up. nourishing you, rising, and release through the elbows. Once again, your body's moving forward and out, fluid as the water, to the sky, little release through the elbows, and then your cactus arms, or your goalpost. And pressing from that front foot through to the heel, lift up to the sky. Feel everything lengthening up and down, and then release back. Cactus, bent front leg. Pivot on the ball of your back foot. And on an exhale, give a little push to draw in, coming to the front of your mat, rising up to the sky, hands into your heart. Reversing that. Coming into your forward fold, flexion through the hip sockets, bend through the legs, peel your left heel off, and then circling that ankle. Find your support. Maybe you're standing up all the way and holding onto a wall or a railing, and reverse. Release that foot back down, connect with the earth so you can rise back up. And once again, drawing into your heart. Returning back to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Coming back in toward yourself. Maybe your legs are long or bent. Bend through the legs. You're going to circle the arms back behind you again. Fingertips leading the way, drawing you up toward the sky. And coming back into your heart. And now come to face the long edge of your mat. Opening up wide. And we're going to return to my favorite 3 goddess pull downs. So everything will bend and you'll pull down with strength with a nice exhale, just letting your day go. Just let it go. Here we go. Deep breath in. One more time. And then rising back up. You can take a body half to the right with the upper body. So we're going to fold the upper body toward the right and then feel your fingertips bring you back up. One more time, same side. Body half to the right. Lengthen your right arm. I want to maintain this external rotation through the hip sockets. So we don't want to roll in on our feet. And then adding a little bind. Palm's going to rotate to the back. Either stop at your low back, come around to your waist, or down by your hip. Maybe soften a little further. And feel yourself gazing toward the diagonal corner of the room. Again, try not to drop your head back, nor drop it too far forward. From here, coming through center, release your hand to the floor. And the one that's behind your back, raising it up toward the sky. Watch, it doesn't get behind you. You should easily be able to see it. The arm coming directly out from your shoulder socket. Return down toward the earth with the hand. Press through the earth as you rise back up. Left hand comes toward the right diagonal. I'm going to be a good 18 inches away or so from my foot. So I'm past my mat. And then release, coming back up. Other side, fingertips cross the midline of the body, reaching out on that diagonal. Both arms reaching. Release through the elbow as you come back up. Fingertips dive down, easy release through the legs. Rising back up and into the heart, soft through the legs. Returning back up to the sky, blossom open. Release through the legs. Come back, hands to your heart. Taking a slow breath in. And then open up to the exhale. 3 goddess pull downs. Deep breath in. Body half with the up to the left upper body only. For the body half, lower half's moving together. Fingertips scooping back up. And again, to the left. Release. Reach out, rotate the arm, stopping at your low back, your waist, or your hip. Maybe soften a little further. Again, watch those legs don't get to fall in. Feel your feet spread across your mat. And then coming through center, hand to the earth. Press down to open up and rise up on the right side. You might not see your arm perfectly, but try not to have it go behind you. Again, it's coming right out from your shoulder socket. Release the hand to the earth. Walk your feet in just a little bit, but still maintain that external rotation, and then rising up. A little moving balance. Come across, touch the inside, hand to opposite foot. 4 more. Shifting your weight. Make sure you take a nice big step out to the side. And now we take it to the back. As if you could, see that foot. And 4 more after that one. 4, 3, and rising back up. Fingertips dive down and coming into your heart. And walk the feet together just a little bit more. Once again, interlace your fingers. Plie, bend through the legs, rising up. Peel the right heel off. Walk it over the left a little bit, and then walk it forward a little bit. And then feel yourself reaching to that back corner. You can let your hands go, similar to a place we were way back in the beginning of class. And then let the hands come down, circle around the right, the left, reach forward, come back into your heart. A little push and a little push. Inhale, rising up. Gentle forward bend with the legs bent. Uncurl your way back up and coming into your heart. Interlace the hands. Rise back up to the sky. Peel the left heel off. Cross it over a little bit. Take a little bit more forward. And then that draw back. So you have your front leg on one diagonal, moving forward, upper body, moving through to the hands reaching on that back high. Release the hands. And then create a little arc over to the right, to the left. Reach forward, back into the heart. A little push and a little push. On your exhale, release into chair. Forward fold over those legs and keep moving your way down toward the earth. Finding your way onto your back. Melting onto your back. If you have anything behind your head that you need to take out, any hair pieces, go ahead and take them out. You can feel your feet easily standing into the earth. The length of your torso and the back of your head into the earth, arms resting down. And then draw your knees towards your belly, hug those legs. And on an exhale, draw the upper body up. Using the back of your hands, lengthen along your neck, along the back of your skull to rest down to the earth. Let one foot come down, then the other. Open your legs about mat width apart. And let your legs fall to one side and your head roll to the other. And allow yourself to let go so you don't have to hold yourself anywhere in this position. And coming back through center. Let your legs lean and then gently fall the other way. And your head rolling opposite. Exhale as you melt back into the earth. Sense where your body reconnects back to the earth. Slide the knees in one more time. Exhale, upper body curls in to meet the lower half. Hands at the back of your head. Find that length down. And take the arms and the legs up to the sky and then shake, 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 shake. We're letting the blood reverse itself here and travel down along lymph node channels into the hip and pelvic region, abdominal area, chest, shoulder, neck, and throat. And then like a rag doll, release, drop, slide one leg, then the other. Your arms come to rest down, comfortably off from your sides, palms up toward the sky. And take a few moments here to just settle into your quietness. And then gently bend your knees and stand your feet. Roll to your favorite side. And from here, use your hands to guide yourself up. Use the hands, your hands, the earth. Come back into a comfortable seated position. Palms resting up or down on your legs. Reaching down to the earth, rising to the sky. Your hands will meet at the top and return to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you very much for coming out and sharing in practice with me today. And may you keep Pema Chodron's quote in mind and move from a place of love and joy that can be shared with all. Thanks so much. Take good care. Bye.